So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, we're back today for some Italian action. This is AC Milan, Inter Milan taking on each other at the Camp Nou. Taken from the Scottish tour, that was up at the Celtic Stadium. Obviously Celtic, one of the new partners. They sort of showed snippets as well of how they're doing the whole 3D scanning. Quite interesting to watch, but we've got Seppo or Pezet playing as Inter Milan in the blue and the black, and Verm as AC Milan in the red and black, both from PES Universe. Now, they've both played the game before. They know the ins and outs of it. I still can't wait to get my hands on the demo and get a bit of a, a bit of a session going and really see how the game plays. It's been a long year, I'm not going to lie, and I just want to get into PES 2019. Simple as that. Get the Master League really rolling this year. So we're going to do what we do best, analyse the gameplay. There's a look at the two lineups. And yeah, you can kind of see actually from the lineups. I don't know if this is because they haven't finished it or what, but the players, they kind of have no kit underneath. It's almost like their head has just been glued on to some I don't even know what that is. I mean, Suso looks ridiculous, but there's me niggling about mini stuff. And look, there's going to be problems with the game still. Minor things you're going to see. I did tweet something out about the goalies, and we'll look at that as well. I don't think they commit enough, but at the end of the day, you're not going to get 100% polished gameplay. There's always going to be problems and glitches, but I think it's certainly looking the best we've seen. Now, this is what Seppo's playing. Hug at the touchline. Try and get it out wide. Verm is playing centering targets. He's going to get those players in the box. And then they are both playing swarm the box defensively. What does that mean? Well, they're going to basically do that. Get as many defenders in the box as possible and try and flood it, pretty much. So we've got a couple of goals. This was actually right off the bat here. Nice move, a little flick inside, and then Icardi just bang, cool finish, nicely. And one little thing that I will show, and I don't know if people know this, have a look, and I'm going to have to rewind this a little bit further because this is an hour and a half video that I've downloaded and tweaking. Have a look at the cameramen and not the cameramen, but the stewards and all that here, right here. Watch him. Here's the goal, bang. They raise up, they get off their seats, and they start cheering. That's a nice little touch, and it's something someone put out there and I noticed. I think that's kind of cool. That you've even got the fans, and I know the fans are really good this year. The crowd's much better. You can see that in the background. But to have the sort of the stewards and those actually getting excited when you're at home, it really shouldn't happen for the away side because it's the away side. But yeah, I don't know. The goal was nicely worked, but there they are. They go mental on the side. Looks cool, and that's a nice little addition. So yeah, there's going to be niggles still. It's part of the game. You're not going to get 100% a bug-free football game. FIFA's the same. I mean, it is. They can only do so much in 12 months. And I think overall, we've got a good package this year. I think Konami, look, they lost the Champions League license. Fair enough. A lot of people are annoyed with that, disappointed with that. And personally, it's going to be missed in Master League to have the overlays and that, but that's basically all it is. Konami didn't do enough with the Champions League license. Now, if you're going to get FIFA this year, I've heard they're even going to have a cinematic for the draw of the Champions League, and that's something that I asked Konami to do many, many times. Why can't they have some sort of cinematic that shows? And there was a bit of a heavy touch. Let's have a look at that again. It was flicked on. They got it outside. Seppo was doing a lot of skills early on, and they got very excited. But trying out a few of them. But right here, look at this heavy touch. It almost comes off his left foot. I don't know if that those are the little things that need to be ironed out. I mean, there was a lot of problems last year with the response times. I think those have been sorted out. But there also may be the reason that if you do hit sprint, and I read this up as well, if you hold sprint when someone passes you the ball, it's going to take you a little bit longer to get the ball under control. Whereas if you don't hold sprint, it will be more instinctive. I understand that. It is a design choice, and it does make sense. I mean, if you're sprinting, it's obviously a lot more difficult to control the ball as opposed to when you're not. Here was a strike, pretty comfortable as it flashed wide. So yeah, back to sort of what I was discussing. I believe I was talking about the Champions League. So yeah, they're going to have the cinematics in FIFA. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing what career mode's going to be like. I'm not a FIFA gameplay, guys. You guys know that. But the career mode is just so in-depth with all these cinematics and design choices they have. And you're a manager and you make a decision as to what to say to the press. It's cool. It's something different. Oh, that's a good save. Nice little save there by the goalie. Outstretched leg. Near post. You can see the overlapping run. No, we're not going to see it, but that's fine. We will advance on. I wish you could just turn these off. Those tutorials are a real pain in the arse. You've seen them about 50 times. And if you played PES last year and the year before and the year before, you do know the buttons already. But yeah, two totally different games, PES and FIFA, and ultimately the choice is yours. Anyway, there's a bit of a scrap fest here. Players diving all over the place, trying to get the ball, headed away, comes back out. Inside, Bonaventura flicks it on, and it's just a bit of a mess. But the boys managed to get it away. We are going to have some late drama in this game, and that's kind of where I like to talk about the goalies themselves, because nice little trick there, or somehow went through the player. Are the tricks too easy, you feel? Let me know about that as well. I mean, I'm not a huge trick guy, but I will use the odd one. I don't know. You know, one thing that could be interesting, but it might be a little bit too annoying after a while. You have sort of a trick meter as well for each player. And if you start abusing tricks and you try and do 3 or 4 or 5 in a row, then it just becomes too much. Pretty much. I don't know what we're having a look at here. We're having a look. Oh, pass support 2 there. Someone's playing on pass support 2. I don't know who this is. Maybe AC Milan. So Verm may be playing on 2. So there you go. I didn't know that. He's actually playing on 2, and it looks like Seppo's playing on 1. Seppo did say he was playing on 1, and he said it felt more like manual. Manual's very difficult, though. It's a completely different ball game. But yeah, interesting. I guess Verm's playing as level 2. Anyway, it is what it is. I've forgotten what I said again, but anyway, here we go. Carrying on, Inter Milan, chance to break, a little dink ball over the top. The trick meter, as I say. I mean, right there, that's a little niggle, Cantreva really should have just, if we have a look, try and scroll this back ever so slightly. But yeah, the trick stick. I think if you start spamming it, then you really should. I'm right here. He's just got to commit. I don't know what he's waiting for. That's little niggles there, but you know, they are little things. And Konami could patch these in if they wanted to. It's ultimately up to them. But you got a trick stick, you got a trick meter, and if you start abusing those, then basically they're going to start messing up. I think it would just stop people from doing tricks, and more tricks, because it gets a little bit boring and a little bit ridiculous after the time. You know, you just keep spamming the trick stick. Anyway, here we go. Inter Milan, time to attack. Referee's played a good advantage. Cantreva's got it down the right-hand side. Chance to deliver it in. Good-looking ball and a decent clearance by the defender. Now, the gameplay will look a lot better graphically when I do the demo, because, and here's a chance, Suso. This is a good idea to see the catch-up bug is gone. You know, lovely turn there. That's a brilliant save. Have a look at that again. We're going to go a little bit further back here, but this will stem from a cross, cleared away. It's a really quick counter, but it's a great way to have a look at that catch-up bug and see that it has been eradicated, because he gets away from Miranda and he just can't keep up with him. He's struggling. This is a brilliant save, though, but that's where the goalie really earlier should commit without you having to tell him. Now, I know he could get chipped and lobbed, and people are going to abuse that, possibly. But I think you've got to, you know, code that in there. The goalie doesn't have to come running out like an absolute moron, just enough to make you make a decision. Are you going to draw him a little bit more? Are you just going to dink it over him? Are you going to place it? Are you going to smash it? You know, all these little things. But goalies certainly have been improved, they say. I mean, if you have a look at the goalies from years ago, remember at one point, weren't they? They were absolutely shambolic. So they've certainly improved the goalie in a lot of aspects since then, which is huge, because poor goalkeeping will really change the game and make it very unenjoyable. Anyway, Perisic flicks it on. We're coming up to half time. It's Been pretty even for the most part. Here we go again. Chit swings it out wide. Chance to lay it up the line. Decided to try and feed it on, but didn't work out for him. Seppo with a manual clearance. Lovely feet. And here's a chance now to bring it forward. You can see plenty of players behind the ball. Lovely quick turn. That will be a foul. And this is interesting. You guys will see what exactly happens here. It definitely was a free kick. He caught him. But Seppo, obviously, he's played a lot of online. He knows a lot of the buttons. Well, have a look what he decides to do here. And it's a smart decision, because if Fern decided to go the other side, it would have been a comfortable goal. But look, he moved the goalie. Manual goalkeeping, ladies and gentlemen, at its finest. Worked an absolute treat. So there's half time, and yeah, let's push into the second half. Now, I mean, human against human is always going to be a little bit more erratic than playing the CPU. I mean, you're both going gun-ho. This is a real chance here. Went down, nothing wrong with it. You know, nice. You know, have a look at the animation there. Even the animation of Icardi falling down. Sorry, I'm going to have to rewind this so much because I can't see exactly where it's going to go. But just Icardi wins it back, right? And he gets caught here. But it's a good challenge. And he just stumbles to his feet, you know, falls down and then slowly gets up again. You know? Nice. Little animations like that have been added this year. And those are things you're going to see once you start playing the demo. You can be like, oh wow, that's, you know, and after a few months, yeah, everything's going to die off. China's gone in the book there for a late challenge. That was the one earlier, and rightly so. It was definitely a free kick. Goes into the book. And an offside given there, just a little bit too keen down the left flank. So we're going to fast forward a little bit into the 64th minute, and there's another prime example of the animations. This was played out wide, and it was a little bit risky there, but he did well. Both players he went for the dummy, bang, run straight into him, headbutt, collision, actually gave the foul for it as well. Interesting decision there by the referee. I definitely feel now with this engine that Konami have, and here's a chance, here we go, we are away. Cantreva through on goal, no one's catching him, but Seppo decides to cut it back, lay it, and then the defending was good enough to stick a foot in. Maybe the wrong decision there by Seppo, but you know, just trying it out, seeing if it's easy to lay it back and tap it in the back of the net. AC Milan now, a lot of space down the flanks. Players will start getting tired now this time of the game, and he just carried on going in, just too much. Wrong decision, and he ran straight off the field, and we have a quick substitution here on the right hand side. You can see you can choose from any kind of players you want. Adair's coming on, and the referee telling Perisic to get a move on. Don't want to be milking it, son. And we've seen that animation before. But yeah, this engine now, it's getting better. They probably will come out with a new engine soon, but you're definitely seeing the physics have been improved, the ball movement, the player movement. And it's good, you know, it is a positive. The licensing this year is a huge thing. I mean, we have, 13, 14 odd leagues being licensed in PES. Never heard of in another PES game. And honestly, if you said to me, would you rather have the Champions League or, 7, 8, 9 new licenses, I'd say I'll have the licenses, because they just didn't do enough with the Champions League. No way. Didn't do enough. They did it for 10 odd years. And if you're not going to do enough with it, it's just not worth keeping it. And they obviously spent millions and millions to keep that contract with UEFA. And it's gone to FIFA, and you know what? EA will probably do it justice. It will look the part more. But, personally, I'm a gameplay kind of guy. It's just the way I am. Not to say I don't enjoy cinematics and, an overall solid package, which is what EA have. But I spend most of my time on the field playing football. And if the gameplay just doesn't suit me, I don't really enjoy it. Anyway, here we go. Inter, once again, working it well. Lovely football. Icardi just tried to cut in. Good bit of defending. And now it's a chance for AC Milan. We're going to see a couple of goals at the end of this one. Bonaventura, Andre Silva, I believe he scores both of them actually. Suso, Oh, it's a lovely ball. That's a cracking goal. No one stayed with Silva, and he slots it home. And there's the two lads enjoying themselves. So yeah, just played a give and go. Look at this. Dinks it over. No one stayed with him. And it's a cool finish. So it's 1-1. 10 minutes on the clock. And, keep an eye on the fatigue levels in the bottom of your screen. Any players will get tired now. Key substitutions would be great. There's a little ding ball in. Just trying and abusing it. And really, he should have scored here, and he completely walloped it wide. And Seppo can't believe it. He's saying, how's he missed it? Look at that. Ball's in. Cleared away. Came back to him. And, it's got to hit the target. So 5 shots apiece. So it's been a pretty even game between these two. Remember, the demo is out, I believe it was next Wednesday, the 8th. The chance to play that. I'll be playing it on Steam. It's just my kind of choice of platform for PES. I just enjoy playing on the PC, and it's a joy to mod, enhance, tweak graphically. Pretty solid as well. So final few seconds, and here we go. AC Milan, they're on the break. Bit of shaky defending, but they managed to just clear it away. Flicked on, Icardi, Valero. But there's a showcase of pass support 1, where you have to get the passes spot on. If you panic on the ball, you probably will lose it. So right through the middle here. Now this is where I'm talking about the goalie. He has to come out here. He doesn't. Look, he's still on his line. We rewind that and we'll have a look at it again. But he's still on his line. When's he going to come out? When's he going to commit? First of all, he could come out about now. If he came out to here, could do. Fine, he can stay there because this is a tight angle. But as soon as he beats his man, now you've got to commit. You've got to come out to about here and do something. But he's basically given him all of this side of the goal to just slot it home, which is exactly what he does. And Seppo says, well played, son, well played. But anyway, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is today's video. We'll be back once when the demo is out. We will start bashing out even more better content. But until next time, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave your impressions below. That's how it finished, 2-1. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.